So we have already done this pellagra. Pellagra, you can see dermatitis, dementia, diarrhea, dementia, and dermatitis. Okay, so dermatitis in C3 and C4 region. This is a castle neck less, and then hyperpigmentation of exposed part of limbs. You can see here hyperpigmentation of exposed part of limbs. So I have hiccup today. It will go away. So sorry for that. Hartnup disease, you can see today Hartnup disease here. So Hartnup disease is actually, if you can see Hartnup disease, so Hartnup disease will connect vitamin B3 and B6. Vitamin B3 like tyrosine, tryptophan absorption. Tryptophan absorption is problem. So from tryptophan, niacin is synthesized, and this requires vitamin B6. So this is the link. The synthesis of vitamin B3 is the link. Here in Hartnup disease, this is not absorbed. So therefore, what will happen as a result? This niacin deficiency happens. So in Hartnup disease, it is autosomal. We have already done this. So this is a link between Hartnup disease, link between vitamin B6 and vitamin B3. You can see relation between vitamin B3 and vitamin B6. So deficiency of neutral chain, we have already done this. Okay, you go through this amino acid urea and decreased absorption in gut, tryptophan, low tryptophan for conversion to thiamine. So you can see pellagra-like presentation. What is pellagra-like presentation? Here you will see pellagra plus ataxia. In Hartnup disease, pellagra plus ataxia. Just remember that. So this is pellagra also related to Hartnup disease. So this is a very important concept, flushing of face, that happens in pellagra. And this flushing of face happens because of prostaglandins. You know, prostaglandins D2, we have done E, F. So generally E will cause dilatation, D and E will cause dilatation. So this is because of prostaglandins flushing. Generally flushing is because of serotonin or histamine. And here you can see flushing, facial flushing is because of this. If niacin becomes excess, and excess niacin actually given in certain treatment. If niacin becomes excess, in that condition this will happen. So we will talk about this niacin excess also. So niacin is deficiency is also important in vitamin deficiency. Niacin deficiency as well as niacin excess, both are important. Other water soluble vitamins, because water soluble vitamin does not cause toxicity, excess we don't study. So you can see cause of niacin deficiency. We have discussed Hartnup disease because tryptophan convert into niacin. B6, here is the relation. Now in malignant carcinoid syndrome, you know, have you studied carcinoid syndrome? Have you been taught carcinoid syndrome?
No, sir.
So carcinoid syndrome is neuroendocrine. Endocrine proliferation, you can say proliferation. Neuroendocrine proliferation. So neuroendocrine lesion. Okay. So neuroendocrine, generally it is derived from your neural crest cell. You know, neural crest cell, if you talk about neural crest cell, so you know neural crest cell is associated with serotonin. Very high in, actually malignant carcinoid syndrome, very high amount of serotonin is formed. And this serotonin is synthesized from which amino acid?
Tryptophan.
Yes, great. So it is also synthesized from tryptophan. Here you can see from tryptophan, niacin is synthesized. So what will happen? What will happen? This tryptophan, the tryptophan will be utilized for serotonin synthesis. So tryptophan will not be available for niacin synthesis. So this condition is consumption of tryptophan. Your malignant carcinoid syndrome, vitamin B3 is deficient because of consumption of tryptophan for serotonin synthesis by carcinoid cells. These cells, neuroendocrine cells. Okay, you will study, you will be taught about carcinoid syndrome. Okay, so not all carcinoid syndrome go into malignant carcinoid syndrome. Some go into malignant carcinoid syndrome. You know, serotonin production causes consumption of tryptophan. Consumption of tryptophan here in this condition, malabsorption, here consumption. So you can understand malabsorption of tryptophan, here consumption of this tryptophan. Now, this third case is also very important. You can see I marked question. This third case is what will happen here. Isoniazid. Isoniazid is an anti-tubercular drug. It will actually bind with this vitamin B6. This will bind with vitamin B6. Isoniazid bind with vitamin B6, and there how vitamin B6 actually will be deficient, actually react with vitamin B6, and it will cause deficiency of vitamin B6. In that condition, what will happen? So this tryptophan is there, but this tryptophan will not be converted. So in this condition, why does this happen? Vitamin B3 deficiency, so not conversion. Okay, so no production. You can see no conversion of non-conversion. You can remember non-conversion of tryptophan to niacin. Here consumption, here malabsorption, consumption, non-conversion. So remember these three causes. Why non-conversion? Because of lack of vitamin B6. So these three conditions are very important. These three conditions are very important causes of deficiency of vitamin B3. So remember these three conditions: heart nerve disease, malignant carcinoid syndrome, and isoniazid. So these three conditions come as question. So previously people with this corn diet, staple corn diet, used to have tryptophan deficiency because this diet is low in tryptophan, and that is why these patients could present with this disorder, this niacin deficiency, pellagra. So you can see the pellagra presentation we have already discussed. Dementia with hallucination. Then high protein diet, you give high protein diet, nicotinic acid, then treatment, the condition will be treated. So niacin excess. So niacin is actually a drug also. Okay. So it is a drug that is given in hyperlipidemic condition. Which type of hyperlipidemic condition? Where LDL is high. LDL is high. LDL means LDL has got cholesterol. So LDL cholesterol is high. In such condition, you give niacin. What are those disorders? Type 2 hyperlipidemia. You know, this has got high LDL. Other type 4 and type 5 also have very high LDL cholesterol. So this disorder in type 2, 4 and 5. In such condition, niacin is given. In high dose, niacin is given. Niacin is given in high dose. And this high dose niacin can cause certain presentation, side effect. This side effect, this one is flushing. Flushing is because of prostaglandins, not because of your this histamine. It is generally flushing happens because of histamine. Here flushing is because of prostaglandins. No, you can see intrahepatic cholestasis is scattered. This excess can cause hyperglycemia, hyper. These are the side effects of niacin. Remember, these are the side effects of niacin. How does niacin act? Niacin actually lowered the LDL cholesterol, and then it causes high HDL cholesterol by different mechanism. Okay, just remember this niacin is very important for treatment of lipid disorders. So pantothenic acid. What is pantothenic acid? Pantothenic acid is vitamin B5. You already know pantothenic acid is synthesis of fat and breakdown of fat. Both. Acyl, this is coenzyme A, and then acyl carrier protein of fatty acid synthesis. So these are the part of vitamin. The vitamin B5 is part of. So vitamin B5 deficiency is very rare, but if deficiency happens, generally deficiency happens in the prolonged deprived patient. Okay, this deficiency happens in deprived patient. Deprived patient. If patient does not get any food or proper food for many days, what will happen? The fat store will burn. Fat store will burn, and fat store burning require coenzyme A, and this coenzyme A, because it is not supplemented enough in diet, so there will be deficiency of vitamin B5. So in generally case come with like that, the prolonged deprived patient from this like refugee patient or patient that undergoing weight loss. So such patients can have such people can have vitamin B5 deficiency. So this is the very key deprivement. So in such patient, just remember here in vitamin B3 you remember D3. Here you remember AAD. Add E. Remember add AAD. Here add means ADD. AAD. Add E. So what does A for? Alopecia, adrenal insufficiency, and D for dermatitis, and E for enteritis. If you notice the vitamin B deficiency, generally vitamin deficiency all have dermatitis. Vitamin B1 also have the vitamin B1 have energy deficiency, but B2 has dermatitis, B3 has also dermatitis, B5 also has dermatitis. So dermatitis, enteritis, both it has got both in dermatitis, enteritis. All vitamin B2, B3, B5, if you see, they have this enteritis and dermatitis type of presentation. Enteritis is associated with diarrhea in vitamin B3 deficiency. So dermatitis, enteritis, but what is special about it? Alopecia, you can see adrenal insufficiency is very special about it. So what is adrenal insufficiency? Do you know? Have you been taught about adrenal insufficiency?
Yes, sir.
So what is the presentation of adrenal insufficiency? Yes, can anybody tell me?
There could be hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia. I think I have also taught hypoglycemia. Third is hypotension and hyperpigmentation. 3H. So these are the three, and then other are weight loss, anorexia, lack of energy, lethargy. So these are the presentation you can go through. So vitamin B5, dermatitis, enteritis, alopecia, adrenal insufficiency. These are the presentation you will see. So pyridoxine deficiency is very important. What are the pyridoxine deficiency? So what are the function of pyridoxine? We have already gone through. So we have gone through the function of pyridoxine. So he is very, you can good in man. So he for heme synthesis, you can see heme synthesis is the first enzyme contain vitamin B6. So V for vitamin, we have done vitamin synthesis from tryptophan. What is synthesized? Niacin, B3. And this reaction is very important because two condition, that is because of tryptophan deficiency, niacin deficiency happens. And third condition, because of this deficiency, isoniazide, this will happen. Two condition, one is consumption, other is non-absorption. This will happen. So remember this relation. This is very important reaction. Three conditions are associated with this reaction. And this reaction, you can see vitamin B6 synthesizes vitamin B3. So vitamin is there. Okay. So G for glycogen. Glycogen, carbohydrate metabolism. Glycogen phosphorylase, the breakdown of glycogen. M for sphingomyelin. Myelin synthesis is sphingolipid, sphingosine synthesis. Okay. Sphingosine or ceramide, you can call it ceramide synthesis. Both are same. Niacin synthesis we have already done. Amino acid catabolism, you can see amino acid catabolism. Many amino acid catabolisms are there. So amino acid catabolism, generally three reactions of amino acid catabolism. We have already done transamination reaction. This T for transamination reaction. We have already done this transamination reaction. Transamination reaction we have done in detail. Almost all amino acids have their own transaminases. So you can see many transaminases are there. So this all transaminases require vitamin B6. And then C, I have given a C dot. So just don't forget this enzyme. This enzyme is very important. Here, this enzyme, here you will see the connection, homocystinuria connection. Cystathionine beta synthase contain vitamin B6. And actually, most of the disorder where this enzyme is deficient can be treated by high vitamin B6. Homocystinuria can be treated with this is classical homocystinuria. In classical homocystinuria, this enzyme is deficient. What is this enzyme? Just remember enzyme name CBS. Cystathionine beta synthase is because of, cystathionine beta synthase is associated with vitamin B6. So cystathionine is associated with vitamin B6, and deficiency of this enzyme causes classical homocystinuria. See, after this class, after we finish vitamin, we will be talking about this all disorder. So prepare from now only. So we will be doing amino acid disorders, catabolism. So CBS deficiency will cause classical homocystinuria. It is related to vitamin B6, and other homocystinuria also related to other homocystinuria. Other type of homocystinuria are also there. This homocystinuria also associated with two vitamins. One is vitamin B9, that is folate, and other is associated with vitamin B12. So I told you the vitamin homocystinuria relation. So three vitamins are there, and this vitamin B6 is part of cystathionine beta CBS. Remember CBS, cystathionine beta synthase. So we will talk about this. Actually, cystathionine beta synthase is required for catabolism of homocysteine catabolism. Okay, homocysteine catabolism. It is required for homocysteine, methionine catabolism, homocysteine catabolism. You can remember. I will describe that. So this is the one. And then C and D for, you can see decarboxylases. You can say, I've told you neurotransmitter, amino acid neurotransmitter synthesis. So these decarboxylases are required for neurotransmitter synthesis. What are those decarboxylases? So dopa decarboxylase, you have already studied. Dopa decarboxylase will cause dopa to dopamine. Dopa decarboxylase change dopa to dopa. What is the full form of dopa? Can anybody tell me? What is the full form of dopa?
I don't remember, sir.
PA for pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid. DO for dihydroxy. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
So dopam is dihydroxy pyruvic acid. Okay. So, and this DOPA so dihydroxyphenylalanine, not pyruvic, phenylalanine, sorry. PA for phenylalanine. Dihydroxyphenylalanine. So phenylalanine already also have this pyruvic type of thing. This is what happened. Okay. So, okay. So dihydroxyphenylalanine. Now DOPA, when converts into dopamine, there will be removal of CO2 group. Okay. This is decarboxylation. You can see serotonin. When tryptophan converts into this serotonin, it is, what is the other name of tryptophan? 5-hydroxytryptamine. So tryptophan, decarboxylation of tryptophan will result in serotonin. Now glutamate decarboxylase convert glutamate to GABA, and then histidine decarboxylase convert histidine into histamine. So remember, all this neurotransmitter synthesis, catecholamine, serotonin, GABA, histidine, they are caused, most of the neurotransmitter synthesis is caused by this decarboxylase enzyme, and this is part of this. So that is why this is a very important to remember this vitamin B6 function. A very good man, heme synthesis, vitamin, glycogen breakdown, M for myelin synthesis, A for amino acid catabolism, very important. Transamination reaction, second is very important, is the cystathionine beta synthase, and then N is also basically amino acid catabolism type of, but it is not actually amino acid catabolism. You can call it, but it is required for vitamin, this neurotransmitter synthesis. What? Both amine neurotransmitter, you can see what are both amine, catecholamine and serotonin. Both are amine. Third is histamine, amine neurotransmitter. Because decarboxylation, if amino acid, you remove the acid from amino acid, what is left is amino group. Okay, so amine, that is why amine neurotransmitter synthesis require vitamin B6 through decarboxylation. And one more is GABA. 3 amine plus 1 GABA. Remember that. So we will require during amino acid function also. These are the function of amino acid. Everything is correlated. So vitamin B6 function we have described in lot more detail. But here you can see converted into vitamin. So you can see very few functions are given here. This glycogen phosphorylase is given, transamination reaction, decarboxylation is also given. But if you read this, you will not understand the significance of decarboxylase. Here you understand the significance of this decarboxylase. Okay, so synthesis of glutathione. Okay, there is extra function you can see, synthesis of glutathione. Okay, cystathionine, I told you this. Heme synthesis, I have already told you. Histamine synthesis, neurotransmitter synthesis, we have already done this. And those all are a very important function of vitamin B6. And remember my own mnemonics that I have given you. And vitamin, this deficiency, very important thing again, this vitamin B6 deficiency happens because of this reaction I told you, vitamin B6 and then niacin. So actually this vitamin B6 deficiency is caused by isoniazid. When vitamin B6 deficiency happens by isoniazid, every function, all functions of vitamin B6 is affected. So that will cause what? Vitamin B6 deficiency, peripheral neuropathy. Why peripheral neuropathy? Just tell me. Why is there peripheral neuropathy in vitamin B6?
Due to demyelination.
Myelin synthesis, demyelination. Myelin is not the myelin function, because myelin synthesis is the function of vitamin B6. Why irritability? Lack of neurotransmitter synthesis. You know one thing, there is a brain, I call it cache of brain, CAS, cache of brain. This calmness or confidence, attention, confidence, calmness, attention, and satisfaction. Satisfaction. So what is satisfaction for? Satisfaction is for serotonin. Serotonin gives satisfaction. What is for attention? Norepinephrine, because in brain, norepinephrine is the predominant one. Norepinephrine, inside, outside brain, epinephrine is the predominant one. So norepinephrine, there are nuclei in the nucleus ceruleus. Remember that nucleus ceruleus? Anybody?
No, I'm not sure.
So go and read nucleus ceruleus is responsible for norepinephrine. And now confidence. Confidence is related to dopamine. You can see all dopamine synthesis we have seen require vitamin B6. Serotonin synthesis require vitamin B6. This epinephrine require vitamin. So confidence, attention, and everything is gone. That means hyper irritability. This is the reason. Then nerve function is not proper. This catabolism is not proper. Everything. So convulsion. So convulsion is there because of amino acid catabolism is also not there. Neurotransmitter synthesis. So this you can correlate this with this other. And sideroblastic anemia how is correlated with what? Which enzyme?
Sir, I didn't get that, sir.
Yes.
I didn't get your question.
Sideroblastic anemia is cause of low activity of which enzyme? Here in vitamin B6 deficiency, sideroblastic anemia is because of deficiency of what? Which enzyme? Which enzyme in heme synthesis require vitamin B6? Just tell me. Heme synthesis require vitamin B6. You have told that. But which enzyme? The first enzyme. What is the name of that enzyme? See this. Can you see? ALA synthase. So correlate function with the presentation. Okay. Correlate function with the presentation. Then only you will understand. So this is vitamin B6 deficiency. We can see this. So you can see sideroblastic means iron deposition in mitochondria. These are mitochondria will be there. Mitochondria, iron will be deposited. So this is sideroblastic anemia. And sideroblastic anemia is because of ALA synthase is not active. Heme is not being synthesized. Iron is being transported. And iron is there. But this iron is not incorporated into this porphyrin, protoporphyrin. Porphyrin. So if iron is not incorporated in porphyrin, because porphyrin is not being synthesized because of lack of this enzyme, because of lack of activity of this vitamin B6 containing enzyme. Vitamin B6 is not there, so this enzyme is inactive. If this enzyme is inactive, so there will not be production of this porphyrin. If there is no production of porphyrin, iron level will be high, and that iron will be deposited where? Inside mitochondria. Remember that sideroblastic anemia is presentation of your vitamin B6 deficiency. So sideroblastic anemia is, you can see, heme defect. And cheilosis stomatitis because of this. Pellagra-like presentation you can see in this condition because of vitamin niacin deficiency. Convulsion, irritability, peripheral neuropathy, myelin synthesis, and then neurotransmitter synthesis. Niacin synthesis, these all are there. So understand correlate the presentation with deficiency. And this is the most important, one of the most important deficiency causes, isoniazid deficiency. Other oral contraceptive, goat milk, and chronic alcoholism can also cause. So is there any problem? Vitamin B6?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's talk about this biotin. Biotin is also very important. So biotin we have done. This biotin, after class only Pascaline asked me question, just classify also according to fed and fasting condition. of this enzyme. In fed condition, there is one anabolic pathway. So this is the anabolic pathway that is catalyzed by this reaction. In fasting condition, gluconeogenesis it is done by. So this is fed and this is fasting condition. All anabolic function. Okay, vitamin B7, almost all anabolic function. So fed and then fasting. Actually, this is also active in fed condition. So it is also active in fed condition for Krebs cycle. So this is actually both active in, this enzyme is active in both conditions. Activated by, this enzyme is activated by acetyl coenzyme A. Don't forget, this is also very important. Coenzyme A. And this is activated by citrate. And then propionyl coenzyme A carboxylase. This is part of propionic acid pathway. First enzyme of propionic acid pathway. Okay, this is also fasting condition. Enzyme that is active in fasting condition. Now this is amino acid catabolism. Only one catabolism. That is MCCC. You can remember methylcrotonyl coenzyme A carboxylase. So leucine amino acid catabolism involved. So this catabolism also occurs generally fasting condition. So only one reaction in fed, all other in fasting condition. And this when there is biotin deficiency, and we have studied isovaleric aciduria. This isovaleric aciduria, isovalerik acid is because of not complete, because of lack of oxidation or complete oxidation of leucine into, actually leucine converts into ketone body. So inability of this leucine convert into ketone body, completely convert into ketone body. And because this is because of that, biotin is deficient. There is one enzyme that contains biotin, it is absent, carboxylase enzyme, this carboxylase enzyme. So as a result, this isovaleric acid will be high. So you can remember this by easily. Isovaleric, which isovaleric? Hydroxy isovaleric. So HIV, if you can remember, this is high in biotin deficiency. Propionic HIV is high, propionic acid is high. So this is not, it is not like that, it is not important, it is very important. I have seen 2-3 questions in NBME here, propionic acid. So biotin deficiency is related to high propionic acid, high hydroxy isovaleric acid. So these are the thing that is increased. These are the acid that is increased in biotin deficiency. And at the same time, hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia plus metabolic acidosis because of propionic, these are deficiencies. So this is a very important, and that is why vitamin B7 is important because of this. Okay, so you can see here function, function, this. These are the function of we have done. So relatively rare, okay, rare. That is also rare. This is also rare. The vitamin B5 is also rare. This is also rare. So you can see here also this dermatitis again. All vitamins related to dermatitis, enteritis, and here alopecia is also. This is very characteristic among all this. You can see one of the characteristics here. And raw egg. Egg is very important. You must be know. Egg is very important. And long-term use of antibiotic here. Egg is very important because avidin binds biotin. So we will see that what are the deficiency symptoms again. Antibiotic use and then avidin will bind that. So alopecia, the enteritis, lactic acidosis. Okay, lactic acidosis because Krebs cycle also, synthesis of Krebs cycle also require biotin. So Krebs cycle has problem. Krebs cycle, if Krebs cycle has problem, so there will be lactate formation because pyruvate will not able to convert into oxygen CO2 by Krebs cycle because of lack of biotin. So lactate will form. You can see lactate is high. Okay, lactate is high. Along with lactate, it is not written here, but remember lactate, hydroxy isovaleric. Isovaleric acid is high, and along with isovaleric acid, propionic acid is high. Propionic acid is high. So from laboratory test, you can find out biotin deficiency through this. Measure these 3 acid and find out this biotin deficiency. Dry and brittle nails. Nails are brittle because of lack of fatty acid again. Dry and brittle nails are there. Peeling and damage to nail cuticle. You can see nail cuticle damaged. So these are the presentation. You can see specific presentation is brittle nail, alopecia. These are like keratin type of presentation. You can see keratin type of presentation. is seen in biotin deficiency. Biotin deficiency, dermatitis in baby, you can see here. So biotin deficiency. Now this is folate deficiency. Folate deficiency is very, very important. So I told you B3, B6, B9, and B12. These are very important. So biotin has got relation with vitamin B12. We have already done actually propionic acid pathway, haven't we? Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
So propionic acid pathway relate vitamin B12 and B7. Okay, this biotin and B12 is involved in actually converting propionic acid to succinic acid. So we will see that pathway again. Just see this first. So folate, we have done function of folate previously, and I will tell you one thing. There are two water soluble vitamins, generally no toxicity. You will not see toxicity. Okay, no toxicity, only toxicity when you use in pharmacological dose of niacin. Toxicity is actually side effect. You will see side effect in niacin use. Only one water soluble vitamin. Then this water soluble, no storage, except folate and B12. So only folate and B12 are actually stored. Okay, folate and B12 are stored, and folate and B12, you can see folate is stored for 3 to 4 months, B12 for 3 to 5 years. Same number, and this in month, and vitamin B12 in years. 3 to 5 months, 3 to 5 years. So this is, I told you there are two group of folate, one carbon carrying compound. One group is methyl tetrahydrofolate, second group is, you can place all in one group, formyl, methylene, formimino. Okay, you place all in one group because these can convert into each other. So they can convert into each other. Here, this is the most important here. This is the most important. And in pyrimidine synthesis, which vitamin, which enzyme is most important? The enzyme here that actually convert this methylene, actually UMP to TMP. This enzyme contain methylene tetrahydrofolate. This enzyme become important. Here in purine pyrimidine synthesis, pyrimidine is very important. And because of actually when this tetrahydrofolate is not there, this enzyme become inactive, and therefore no DNA synthesis, and this is the cause for megaloblastic anemia. Okay, here you will see. So this is second important, very important, methyl tetrahydrofolate. This methyl tetrahydrofolate, you can see here methyl tetrahydrofolate. This methyl tetrahydrofolate, because it is, the carbon is very reduced, and reduced carbon has very low transfer potential. Transfer potential means ability to transfer group. So this transfer potential of this methyl group is very low. So methyl group, as you can see here, methylene group can be transferred easily to this. Let me. As you can see here, methylene group can be easily transferred here to UTP. I told you methylated thymine is methylated uracil. So methylene group can be easily transferred here to this UMP to DMP. So that is why this will become like this. But methylene group can be transferred. Methylene, formyl, and this formyl, this group can be transferred, but this group cannot be transferred easily to other compounds. So this requires help. This group requires, this methyl tetrahydrofolate require help. How does it require help? It requires help of only one. It is dependent on this enzyme methionine synthase. Methionine synthase is vitamin B12 containing enzyme. Okay, so this enzyme actually take away this methyl from this to cobalamin, and this becomes methyl cobalamin. And methyl cobalamin, I have mentioned you, the methyl cobalamin is part of methionine synthase. And this methyl will be transferred to this homocysteine. Homocysteine is, you can say, cysteine with 2 carbon. Cysteine has only 1 carbon. This is acid, this is amino group. So this is homocysteine has 2 carbon here, alpha methyl, this mercaptoethyl group, 2 carbon this. Now this 1 carbon methyl group will be added here. This become methionine. Okay, this methionine will now form what? This methionine will form SAM, S-adenosyl methionine, and this S-adenosyl methionine will actually transfer the same methyl group that come here, will transfer this methyl group to, as I have told you, various molecules, creatine. Okay, creatine, and then what? Synthesis of adenylene, catecholamine, adenylene synthesis, catecholamine, and DNA regulation, methylation. DNA regulation is methylation. So these are the function you can see. Other places where methyl group is required is transferred through this SAM. This methyl tetrahydrofolate actually transfer methyl group through this process. So this becomes very important. The disorder are related to this. See, if what will happen, if this enzyme is mutated or this cobalamin is absent, anything happen, so this methyl cannot be transferred here. Methyl cannot be transferred here. So you can see this homocysteine will not convert into this. So homocysteine will become high. Homocysteine will become high. Here, methionine will become low. Homocysteine high, methionine will become low. And this will become also high. So this enzyme, one enzyme deficiency or any process, there are many other proteins, I will tell you. Not only this single protein is involved, actually cobalamin methylation involves many other protein. You can see cobalamin G protein, cobalamin E proteins are there. Okay, so involved in metabolism. All this protein, if there is absent, so you can see transfer of this methyl group here is not there. If it is not there, homocysteine will be high. This will also be high. This will be low. And you can see this is a folate, but inactive folate. It is not utilized elsewhere. That is why this folate deficiency is called folate trap. So folate is trapped because of cobalamin deficiency, because of methionine synthesis deficiency, folate trap. So this folate trap, vitamin B12 deficiency will lead to folate trap, one thing. And this folate trap, you can see folate trap, if folate is not there, you can see folate will not synthesize DNA. It will cause megaloblastic anemia. Okay, now because of folate trap, what will happen? Homocysteine will be high because of this vitamin B12 deficiency. You can see folate is also associated with this. Suppose this folate is also not there, methyl, then also there will be, even if it is present, there will be high homocysteine. So homocysteine is related to here folate also and this vitamin B12 also. So homocysteine will be high, but methionine will be low. Methionine will be low. So remember this condition. This is a very important slide. Go through this slide once, twice, because you have to revise this vitamins relation especially. Okay, now so you can see 1 carbon for folate, these are the 1 carbon donor, glycine is 1 carbon donor, and this serine is 1 carbon donor, and histidine is also 1 carbon donor. From this carbon, where does this glycine and serine gets carbon? Generally it gets from glucose. Actually, ultimately carbon in methyl tetrahydrofolate, it's coming from glucose ultimately. So now they get this tetrahydrofolate here. You can see methylene, formyl, this get carbon from this serine and glycine, and this carbon will be transferred for synthesis of purine in pyrimidine thymine. Okay, and here recycling homocysteine to methionine. This 3 function of tetrahydrofolate. Okay, this is a very important function. This is related to, I have told you, megaloblastic anemia. This is related to homocystinuria, both. Okay. Now let's see this. So vitamin B9, megaloblastic. I told you megaloblastic anemia is associated with methionine synthase. Methionine synthase, B12 methionine synthase enzyme. B12 containing methionine synthase enzyme. Okay. If B12 is also deficient, this enzyme will be in a low active. And megaloblastic anemia has very peculiar type of neutrophil, polymorphonuclear cell, hypersegmented polymorphonuclear cells will be there. Why does it happen? Because see, DNA, you know the cell cycle is G1, then there will be S phase, then G2 phase, okay, then mitotic phase, then this is cell cycle. So this DNA synthesis occurs here. If DNA synthesis does not happen, what will happen? So before DNA synthesis, cell actually very small cell enlarge here. But unfortunately, because of lack of this synthetic phase, lack of DNA synthesis, cell will not be divided and cell will be larger. So this is the reason you can see cell will be larger but not divided. This is the reason where you will see megaloblastic anemia. Okay, megaloblastic anemia, hypersegmented polymorphonuclear cell. No neuropathic symptoms you will see in folate deficiency. Neuropathy symptom is present in vitamin B12. So this is how you can differentiate vitamin B12 from folate. Megaloblastic also seen in B12 because of folate trap. Megaloblastic seen in B12 because of folate trap. But there you will find neurological symptom also. Here you don't find. Okay, only megaloblastic anemia. Now, this is, you see, and you can see in lab, I told you high homocysteine will be there. Normal methyl malonic acid is, wherever you see methyl malonic acid, this means, remember, methyl malonic acid means vitamin B12. You will never go wrong. High methyl malonic acid means vitamin B12. Okay, and methyl malonic acid is not raised in biotin. This is folate deficiency. So always high methyl malonic means vitamin B12. If vitamin B12 deficiency is not there, there is no high MMA. Okay, if only folate deficiency, no. So this neuropathy and MMA will separate this from vitamin B12. It is specific to vitamin B12, not in folate. So deficiency is caused by drugs. So drugs, anti-folate drugs, we have done methotrexate. These are very similar structure in with folate. Sulfonamide drugs, this phenytoin, these are the drugs that can cause deficiency of folate. We have done drugs that cause deficiency of B6. Here are some drugs that will cause deficiency of folate. Supplemental maternal folic acid is very important. This is very important. 9 months before pregnancy, that will reduce neural tube defect in fetus. So these are the use of this vitamin B9 or folate. So we have done go over folate very well. Vitamin B6, folate, this very well. And along with this multiple of 3, include biotin also in that, because biotin is also important in that. So deficiency, you can see, will cause by, we have already discussed this, drugs will cause deficiency also. Okay, liver stores this for 3 to 5 months. Okay, so you can see elderly, America has, United States have most common deficiency because it is found in leaf. Maybe the people of United States don't take to very good content of this veg diet. And maybe that is the reason. I'm just linking just with that. Okay, so it is the, you can see this is the most deficient vitamin in US. So it is absorbed through jejunum. Okay, I have already done vitamin absorption. Generally, all vitamins are absorbed in duodenum, especially jejunum. Vitamins are absorbed in jejunum. So macrocytic anemia and homocystinuria, you can see, but no neurological manifestation, and then no MMA. plus normal MMA. These two differentiate this from vitamin B12 deficiency. Fetal neuro-2 defect will be prevented if mother is given folate during planning for baby. Okay, at least 1 month. Here is, you can see 9 months is given. 1 month before pregnancy, complete for 9 months. Okay, so you can see this. These are the differentiate. You can see the nail and differentiate with different disorder. Vitamin B6 deficiency, this type of, because anemia, you can see anemia is related to vitamin B6 also, which sideroblastic anemia. Okay, megaloblastic anemia is related to what? Vitamin B12 and folate. Megaloblastic. Okay, vitamin C deficiency, there will be rupture of small vessels, so hemorrhage, subvascular hemorrhage can be there. So biotin deficiency, brittle nail. So these are the nail presentation, you can see deficient vitamins. So vitamin B12, we have only 3-4 minutes. Let's see how much we can do. Actually, you can study yourself also. Only two we have already done in digestion absorption of vitamins. We have already done the absorption of vitamin B12 in absorption of vitamin. So methyl malonic acid and methionine synthesis. Only two enzymes are there for vitamin B12. Yet this becomes, all these two enzyme metabolic pathway becomes very important. So you can see this methyl malonic acid is diagnostic of this. Neuropathy and methyl malonic acid is for vitamin B12. Where you see MMA plus neuropathy, go for vitamin B12. Don't think twice. If both are present, this is means you will be correct always. MMA is equal to vitamin B12. So understand, like, this is the meaning of vitamin B12. MMA means vitamin B12, like that. Remember, like meaning. Okay. So MMA means vitamin B12. MMA plus neuropathy, MN. This is MMA and N for neuropathy, vitamin B12. Now let's see this. So we have seen this pathway, conversion of these two. So how this methyl group is utilized. Methyl tetrahydrofolate, methyl group of methyl tetrahydrofolate cannot be transferred directly. It transferred through this pathway. Okay, through methionine synthesis. Methionine is formed. Methionine forms SAM, and SAM will transfer this methyl group for synthesis of various things. For example, most important is creatinine and then adrenaline. You can see synthesis of those things requires SAM and DNA regulation. So this will convert into homocysteine. Homocysteine, you know, homocysteine will, degradation of homocysteine requires cysteine. So this is very important. If this is not there, this will be trapped, this will be high, and this will be low, and then homocysteine, because it will not be able to convert, it will also be high. So homocysteine high, methionine low. Remember, homocysteine high, methionine low. In vitamin B12 deficiency, homocysteine high, H high, methionine minimum. Methionine minimum, low. Homocysteine high, methionine minimum in 12 deficiency. And along with that, what? M and N. So vitamin B12 deficiency, you can see. So macrocytic anemia, here you will see the paresthesia means neuropathy is there. You know, neuropathy is because of high methyl malonic acid. Okay, neuropathy is because of this. So degeneration of dorsal column, proprioception. Okay, fine touch, discriminatory touch. Remember that. So those things are abnormal here. Lateral spinothalamic nucleus for pain. Crude touch, spinocerebellar tract. Spinocerebellar tract, non-conscious proprioception. Do you know this all? Non-conscious proprioception, conscious proprioception. Sonia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so non-conscious proprioception. So proprioception is very heavily affected. Association with high serum homocysteinuria, I've already told you, homocysteinuria, but methionine is low. Now, methyl malonic acid is high and the neuropathy is low. Okay, so the deficiency is caused by generally aged patient, high aged patient, aged patient will have deficiency, especially aged with diabetes. Generally diabetes take a drug called metformin. Okay, so this diabetic aged people with diabetic containing metformin, and if you combine one more thing, veg diet, vegetarian, there will be sure deficiency. So I will give you our family is vegetarian. My father is vegetarian. Okay, my father is vegetarian, and he is now 64, and he has also diabetes. So he usually have the pain on thigh, both thigh, because of this demyelination, everything, neuropathy. And actually I told him to take this vitamin B12 every year. Injection of vitamin B12 come as injection. Take by injection of vitamin B12 every year, because you can see metformin is there. Veganism, metformin. And then at the same time, you can see this age, insufficient intake, you will see age. So could actually malabsorption and Crohn's disease, absence of terminal ileum because of ileal resection, pernicious anemia because of intrinsic factor is not there. Okay, bacteria, malabsorption. Actually, aged patient can have malabsorption. So these are the presentation. You can see malabsorption because of sprue, enteritis, and this a very this is a parasite, Diphyllobothrium latum. Okay, so these are the cause of vitamin B12 deficiency, and don't forget my father. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I have a question.
Yes.
So the shredding of the skin around the nails, is that the absence of vitamins B12, or is that the what do you call it? Or yeah.
This
No, it's like the skin around the nails, like the skin part.
Okay, yes, it is because of biotin general, yes. Cuticle, lack of cuticle, you can say, cuticle problem.
Okay.
Okay, biotin. If deficiency progresses, you can, patchy alopecia. Which type of alopecia? Patchy alopecia. Okay, this type of alopecia is seen. Sometimes male patient can come with the loss of beard here. So supplement with zinc and then biotin. See the result. It can be corrected. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then we have already done intrinsic factor in terminal ileum, and then after absorption it will be bound with some transcobalamin protein. And I have already told you what is cobalamin. Cobalamin is choline ring, like heme group. Choline ring is there. 4 group supplied by this tetrapyrrole group. Pyrrole. And one is by, this is either adenosyl or methyl. So for one enzyme it is adenosyl, other methyl, and this is other this is benzoyl. Okay, so these are the, now one enzyme, among these 2 enzymes, one enzyme is present in mitochondria. Which enzyme is present in mitochondria? MMM is present in mitochondria, and methionine synthesis is present in cytosolic enzyme. So one is cytosolic, one is mitochondrial enzyme, and that is also you have to remember. And